from that conversation, we're able to tell if they would go together or if they had a plan together.
Both. They would go take care, one would go take care of a horse, or they'd meet up there together.
Here is Exhibit 110. This is Sunday the 28th at 2:07 p.m. This is at the Crumbley family home?
Correct.
Okay. So these last two pieces of the exhibit indicate that Jennifer Crumbley was at the horse barn from approximately noon to whenever she left, arriving home at 2:07.
Correct.
Okay. And that's the Sunday after that firearm, the 9mm, is purchased.
Correct.
Now let's talk about James' data location points. Here's Exhibit 111. What do we have here?
It shows his location at the Meyer gas station again.
Okay, and tell us what he was doing that day from your review of the digital evidence.
That day he was door dashing again.
Okay. So this is a data point at 8:56 a.m. Exhibit 112 is 12:45 p.m. Here's he's back at the house.
Correct.
Does he leave again?
Yes, he does.
Okay, here's 113. Exhibit 113 at 12:52 p.m. What do we see here?
It shows him going away from the house.
Okay. And Exhibit 114, what do we have here?
At 5:13 p.m. he's back at the house.
Okay. So all this tells you that James left at 8:56 a.m., returned at 12:45 p.m. He left again 7 minutes later and returned 5:33 p.m.
That's correct.
Okay. Now I want to move on to Monday, the next day, Monday, November the 29th. I want to talk about a Facebook conversation between James and Jennifer Crumbley from that day. So this is Exhibit 115. Jennifer Crumbley at 8:23 a.m. on Monday, November the 29th. Are you at the barn? And then follow up with just a question mark at 9:02 a.m. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. So again, blue is Jennifer, green would be James?
James. Yes, sir.
Okay. When you mentioned like those 86 times they talked about the barn, is this what you were referring to?
Yes, it was.
Or is this a portion of what you were referring to?
Correct.
James's response was what at 9:05 a.m.?
Working on Billy.
Okay. And did you come? Who's Billy? Did you?
It was one of the horses.
All right. This is also part of 115. What did James send to Jennifer?
He sent a photo. It's the horse's legs.
Okay. And Jennifer's response?
Do the fronts too.
So that's 9:21 a.m. on Monday, November the 29th. What did Jennifer write to James after that?
She asked him, did you call the vet yet? And then tells him, make sure you get back in between his heel bulbs.
And James's response was, I did, at 9:34, then fronts too, right after?
Correct.
And James wrote what at 9:35?
He says, what exactly should I tell the vet? Type out for me, leaving the barn now.
Okay. And Jennifer's response was what?
Billy looks to have scratches / mud fever. He's starting to stock up on all fours and concerned about infection. He's not lame, sensitive to the touch, and they go down when he moves. Is there an antibiotic I can get him on? We just put Desitin, an antibacterial, on his legs today.
Okay. And then she wrote what?
She asked, was he stocked up this morning?
Okay, so that was 9:41 a.m.
Correct.
And James's response at 9:43?
He responds back with, he was stocked up more in the back than in the front. In fact, the front didn't really look stocked up at all, so I launched them for a few minutes before. I put the stuff on it, and it took the swelling down a little bit, but I got that cream all over, in between his heel bulbs and stuff like that. I'll call the vet here in a minute.
Okay, and then you wrote, talk to text FYI, so I have no idea what I really just said.
Yes.
Jennifer, it made sense, LOL, at 9:58, and then James's response at 9:59?
James responds with, I just talked to the vet, Carrie. Said she's going to talk to the vet once one of them get back in, and she will give me a call back. I explained everything exactly how you wrote it down. Good thing you wrote it down like that, LOL, for me.
Okay, and her response was, okay, good, LOL?
Correct.
Okay, so this conversation regarding the barn and the vet started at 8:23 a.m. and it went until 10:15 a.m.
Correct.
Okay. Did you come to learn if a message was left for Jennifer Crumbley while this conversation was going on between James and Jennifer?
Yes, there was.
This is Exhibit 116. Ms. Williams, do we have the volume?
Hi, Ms. Crumbley. My my name's Pam Fine. I'm calling from Oxford High School, and I'm here with Mr. Hopkins, who's Ethan's counselor. I was just calling to let you know that we just spoke with Ethan, had a really nice conversation. One of his teachers had sent an email to the office just that she was concerned because Ethan, when she was walking around the room checking assignments, that he was on his phone looking at bullets and that sort of thing. So she just wanted us to have a conversation. We did. He said he had been to the shooting range with you this weekend, and we were like, yep, you know, guns are a hobby for a lot of people, and shooting ranges, and that's perfectly normal. And that we just wanted to make sure I had a conversation with him about the things he searches at school, and things versus searching at home, like Mr. Hopkins gave a good example of, like, if a teacher makes beer at home, perfectly normal and healthy, but can't be using searches for making beer at school. So we had a conversation. He was great. He was like, yep, I get it. So I just wanted to let you know that we did have that conversation with him, and I don't know, about 5 minutes, and he went back to class. All right, if you have any questions, you can give me a call. Otherwise, I hope you have a great holiday. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Okay, so that was November the 29th, 2021. Did you find evidence that Jennifer Crumbley accessed that voicemail?
Yes, she did.
Is that depicted here in People's Exhibit 117?
Yes.
All right. Could you find from the messages between James and Jennifer who picked their son up from school that day?
Ethan did. I apologize. James did. Father.
Here's Exhibit 120. This is Jennifer Crumbley. You still working? 2:44 p.m. James says no, waiting for their son. 2:47.
Correct.
Okay. And 119. This is later on. What does Jennifer write to James?
She asked you, did Ethan tell you what happened today?
Okay. And that's the same afternoon that the voicemail was left?
Correct.
Okay. And James's response?
Was yeah.
Now we're going to move on to November the 30th. And we'll go step by step from what you were able to discern from all of the evidence that you had to review at your disposal. So in the morning, November 30th, were you able to tell what time the shooter was dropped off at school?
After 7:30 p.m. or a.m.
So were you able to pull surveillance video for that?
Yes.
This is Exhibit 122. 7:46 a.m. on the 30th?
Correct.
Tell us when you recognize him, please.
He got out of the car a second ago. He's the last one walking up.
Right there?
Yes.
And he was dropped off by his father?
Correct.
Okay. Exhibit 123, tell us where James Crumbley went after that.
At 8:04 a.m. he was at home.
Okay. And then Exhibit 124, where was he?
At the horse farm again.
Okay, so 9:04 a.m. So 7:46 a.m. he dropped off his son. He was home at 8:04 a.m. He's at the horse barn by 9:04?
Correct.
Okay. Do you know what time that Jennifer Crumbley got to work?
About the same time, 9:04.
So this is what we're looking at here.
That's Jennifer walking into her place of employment.
This is Exhibit 125?
Yes.
Okay. And this is November 30, 2021 at 9:04 a.m.?
Correct.
Now, do you know if she received a phone call shortly after arriving?
Yes, she did.
So, Exhibit 126, what do we have here?
That's from the call log obtained from her phone from the school.
Okay, so we have a missed call at 9:24 a.m. on November the 30th,
Correct.
and then we have a return call at what time?
9:27 a.m.
And how long is that phone call?
That's 5 minutes, almost 6 minutes.
So is that 5:43? It's 5 minutes and 43 seconds?
Yes, it is.